Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning in to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh, and you can give me a phone call tonight by just dialing 412-575-2600 is the number. Paul Zeiss is sitting right next to me. We're going to be taking your phone calls, answering your questions, Twitter questions. You can reach me at Richie Walsh, Paul Zeiss at Paul Zeiss. And, you know, I think we should start the show off with the Steelers today. They bring in Sean Sweesom not to kick, but they're bringing him as a mentor, as a coach kind of, Paul, to Chris Boswell. When I looked this up, you know, I know why the Steelers are giving him another chance and keep giving him chances because they're going to owe him a ton of money.
Right.
But the guy is making 62% of his kicks. That's dead last in the NFL. He's missed five extra points, which is dead last in the NFL. I think you see some of the other guys that were missing kicks all have been cut, and they've had a better field goal percentage than him. But do you think that this is a good move? Can another kicker come in and help this guy out?
Well, I mean, that's really probably all they have to do. I mean, obviously they worked out some guys, and they just were like, there's a reason these guys aren't, you know, on the team. So I don't have a problem giving Boswell another chance. The only problem is you're running out of time. You know, if he misses a couple of big kicks on Sunday and you lose that game, you're basically backs against the wall then at that point. So they feel like he's kicked a lot of good. You know, he's had a lot of success with them. He's won a lot of games for them over the last couple of years. He's a better option than any of these other guys that they brought in, so they decided to go with him. But I think the biggest thing is they brought in another kicker to try and, you know, talk to him and get his head back. I don't have a problem with it.
You know, maybe it's motivating, too, bringing in other kickers because they did that to Adam Berry the first couple weeks of the year. Remember, they brought in a couple punters to motivate him, and he seemed to punt a little bit better after that. But I think, and this is just me thinking out loud here, if he misses a kick or an extra point against New England, he's done.
Yeah, obviously.
He may be potentially IR, but he's done for the year with the Steelers.
I don't think he'll get another shot. He better kick well on Sunday, that's for sure. I mean, if he doesn't, then it's a problem.
All right, what's another big problem with the Steelers? James Conner didn't practice for the second consecutive day, has a high ankle sprain. Those can take up to 6 weeks to heal. And Randy Fichtner said after practice, hey, he doesn't need to practice. He can play without practicing. Well, that's not the Steelers' MO. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, you're not going to see James Conner for another week.
Yeah, he's a second-year guy. How are you going to put him in the game? It's not like he's Ben.
Yeah.
You know, he's a second-year guy. I don't like that at all. If he's not able to practice, then you can't play.
Can the Steelers win this game without a running back or a running back guy by committee like they had?
Here's the thing, though. They've got to commit to running the ball. I mean, the Patriots are terrible against the run. So
was Oakland.
But I'm just saying, you got to commit to running the ball. I mean, I watched Inside the NFL on Showtime. I don't know if you've ever watched that show with Boomer Esiason, Phil Simms, Ray Lewis, and those guys. All of them, they said, what's the problem with the Steelers? Turnovers, and they don't commit to running the ball at all. And as a result, they're one-dimensional. I mean, it's not about, you don't got to go, you know, run 30 times and pass 30 times. That's not about being balanced, but you've got to run the ball enough with enough success so the other team has to at least account for that.
And you can see at the beginning of the year, at the middle of the year, when they were the best team in the NFL, arguably the best team in the NFL, they were running the ball.
Yeah.
James Conner was having success. He was the best running back statistically at that point in time. And they strung, what, 6 wins together or something like that? And now they just completely have gone away from that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, you don't, again, being balanced doesn't mean that you know, throw it 30 times and run it 30 times. It means you run it enough that the other team has to worry about you running the ball. They don't have to worry about them running the ball right now.
So do you think that's Ben's call, Tomlin's call?
Yes, all of the above. Fichtner, Ben, all of them. You know, Fichtner, basically, Ben won the power struggle to get rid of Haley. Fichtner is the guy that calls the plays, but let's face it, it's Ben's offense. So he wants to throw. He wants to be the gunslinger and throw it all over the field. That's great. But you know what? They don't win that way.
And history says they don't win that way.
Yeah,
I mean, I like when I think Ben can win you games in critical situations. And, you know, he almost did if it wasn't for a complete failure by the defense. he would have won another game for them. But I don't think he wins you games doing that throughout the game. Maybe late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's just
not
too much.
Yeah, it is.
Too much. You can't. Him throwing the ball 45 times is not a good formula for them to win. Him throwing the ball 35 times is a good formula for them to win because that means they're going to run it 20 or 25.
But it was a good formula for Tom Brady and the Patriots at times.
Yeah, but that's different. He's a completely different quarterback and a completely different offense.
All right, we'll talk about the completely different quarterback and the completely different offense coming up after this break. Give us a call. 412-575-2600 is the number.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters.